evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's debate. My name is Sophie Klasnitzer and I'm the chairman, and Tanya Vial is the timekeeper. The adjudicators are a panel of adjudicators. The topic of this debate is that self-service supermarkets is a good idea. The affirmative team seated to my right is Pembroke School, and the negative team seated to my left is from St. Paul's College. The speaking time for the debate is 3 minutes, with a double bell at the end of your speaking time. A warning bell will ring once at 2 minutes. A continuous bell will ring 30 seconds after the final bell. Please switch off your mobile phones and other electronic devices. I declare this debate open. I call upon the first affirmative speaker, Sharika Ahad.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for tonight's debate is that self-serve at supermarkets is a good idea. We define the topic as self-serve, a system that enables customers to scan and pay themselves. Supermarkets are a large shop that sells foods, drinks, and goods used at home. We, the affirmative team, strongly believe that this statement is true. Today's first speaker, I will be talking to you about how self-service supermarkets can relieve the stress of checkout anxiety, and about how they are a practical solution to maximize store capacity. Our second speaker, Ning, will talk to you about how self-checkout is more efficient and about how it improves shopping experience. Our third speaker will rebut and solve our team case. Tonight I will discuss my 2 points. My first point is that self-service systems combat checkout anxiety by giving shoppers more control during checkout. Unlike regular checkouts that make people feel rushed, self-checkout lets customers scan comfortably, reducing stress. It also avoids direct interactions, which is great for those uncomfortable with social situations. One of Australia's most well-known and trusted and visited mental health organizations, Beyond Blue, states that around 11% of Australians experience social anxiety in their lifetime. By letting shoppers take charge, self-checkout not only eases anxiety, but also fosters empowerment, creating a positive shopping connection that lasts. Supermarkets that embrace these advancements so that they care about customers' happiness and are forward-looking. According to Northwest Bylines, those who struggle with anxiety, specifically social anxiety, may prefer self-service tills as they do not have to interact with others. The idea of using self-checkouts could put them at ease, making them feel more relaxed and more likely to come into a shop, which have these implemented. Now to my second point, that self-checkout systems provide a practical solution for maximizing store capacity. By reducing the space required for conventional checkout lanes, supermarkets can efficiently allocate their floor area to accommodate a larger variety of products and improve the overall shopping environment. Self-checkout kiosks occupy less physical space, enabling a streamlined store layout that optimizes product displays and customer movement. This effective utilization of space not only expands the selection and quantity of items that can be offered, but also contributes to a more open and comfortable shopping experience for customers. Self-checkout systems typically demand less space per lane, as they generally have a more compact design compared to traditional cashier systems. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, we, the affirmative team, undoubtedly believe that self-service supermarkets is a good idea, as they help combat checkout anxiety and maximize store capacity. Promoting the adoption of self-serve systems in supermarkets hold the potential to create a better way of shopping. Thank you.
I call upon the first negative speaker, Rhythm Rajiv.
Good afternoon, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that self-service checkouts supermarkets are a good idea. We, the negative team, believe that this statement is false. We disagree by the definition given by the opposition because you haven't defined good idea. A good idea means customers and business. It profits the customers and business as well. Good idea should be profitable for the business and the customers. Today, as the first speaker, I'll be talking to you about how self-checkouts unemploy many people, how these machines that do self-checkouts give a bad customer experience, and how retail workers feel devalued. Our second speaker will be talking about how the amount of people starting their jobs are in supermarkets won't get the social skills needed for their upcoming careers, and how social stealing is very common with self-serve. Our third speaker will rebut and sum up our team's case. The first speaker from the Affirmative team has tried to tell you self-checkouts cause anxiety. You can't keep running away from your fear. You have to face it somehow, and having assisted checkouts help you face that fear. Talking with a person can always help you. She has also said that space, you have to have self-checkouts reduce space. Assisted checkouts reduce space. This is wrong because you can always add more space to the building. You can renovate your supermarket. I'll be discussing 3 points. My first point is that replacing assisted checkouts are a huge job concern for people that work in supermarkets. If all checkouts become self-service, many of these people will be unemployed. As a reliable source, Labour Market Right says over 95,000 people work at checkouts. As per a study done by University of Leicester, 137 full-time employees lose jobs for every $2 billion in revenue. That's equivalent to 30,000 job losses in Australia. Now to my second point. My second point states how having these machines don't provide the best customer experience due to technical issues or not having a friendly person to speak to. Have you ever been to a self-checkout and had your receipts not printing or billing something wrong by accident, waiting for someone to come to your aid? Our well-grounded source, CNN, states that when they did a survey on supermarkets, 67% of them emphasized that they've had many technical errors and troubleshoots. That's more than half. Lastly, I'd like to talk about how retail workers feel devalued. It's important we make sure all our employees are happy, right? So then why does Globe and Mail reports quote, self-service checkouts contribute to retail workers feeling devalued and add efficiency pressures on them? The reason for this is because being beaten by machines obviously would make them feel devalued, right? And imagine that you're in a perfectly stable workplace and you're completely happy working at checkouts until you get an email from your boss saying you're fired because you've been replaced by lifeless machines. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, self-service supermarkets is not a good idea as it unemploys thousands and thousands of people. And who would want to have a rough day and go shopping just to find out that their day gets even worse because of stupid, unnecessary technical issues that were caused by these so-called self-serve machines? Thank you.
I call upon the second affirmative speaker, Claire Lee. Ning Chan.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for tonight's debate is that self-serve at supermarkets is a good idea. We of the affirmative team strongly believe that this statement is true. The first speaker from the negative team has tried to tell you that self-serve in supermarkets could cause jobs loss. This is not true, since self-serve supermarkets would give employees new jobs and career options. While they could lessen the need for conventional cashier jobs, self-checkout systems still need someone to manage, maintain, and help users, like things with mechanical difficulties. They could be newly trained in these new jobs, enhancing the overall shopping experience. I will also talk about this later on in my point. She also said that they might cause retail workers to feel devalued. This isn't true because their bosses, depending on how well they work on the social scheme, could vouch on their resume for new jobs that could improve their resume even more. This could boost them in looking for better jobs in the future. Now to my first point about how they prioritize efficiency and convenience. Self-serve systems in supermarkets prioritize efficiency and convenience, offering shoppers a flexible pace and streamlined checkout, reducing wait times, especially during peak hours. This appeals to busy individuals seeking speedy shopping. These systems grant customers control, allowing them to handle transactions from scanning to payment, enhancing the shopping experience. With 24/7 availability, self-serve supermarkets accommodate diverse schedules, making shopping convenient. Furthermore, their adaptability to new technologies aligns with changing consumer expectations, emphasizing efficiency and convenience as key attributes of the shopping experience. My second point is about how it improves shopping experience. Self-checkout systems optimizes the staff available at that certain time, improving the experience of the store. The employees can focus their attention on being available to customer services and improving the store condition. Employees can also divert their attention to help customers struggling with using the self-checkout lanes. An active self-checkout attendant can make a huge difference in the customer's experience with the store, especially when they run into small issues and errors. According to the Harvard Business Review, customers who walk away with a positive retail experience are more likely to return, and 81% are more willing to pay for great experiences. The result of all of this is a well-organized store with attentive staff who feel comfortable and well-served. So, in conclusion, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, we, the Affirmative team, strongly believe that self-serve in supermarkets, are a good idea because they promote efficiency and convenience, and it improves the shopping experience. Thank you.
I call upon the second negative speaker, Anisha Karkar.
Good afternoon, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that self-serve at supermarkets is a good idea. We, the negative team, believe that this statement is false. The first speaker from the affirmative team has tried to tell you that a customer might have anxiety. Like our first speaker has already said, even if they have social anxiety, talking to a shop clerk, even by saying a simple hello or good morning, could help them build the confidence and they could reduce the anxiety by helping them build a confidence to talk to people more in the future. Our first speaker has already stated how having these machines do our work cause so many technical issues, and that losing assisted checkouts are a huge job concern for people that work at supermarkets. Our third speaker will rebut and sum up our team's case. Today I'll be discussing 2 points. My first point is that many people who start their first jobs in supermarkets won't develop the social skills they need in their future careers. Coles, Woolworths, and numerous other supermarkets are where a great number of people first get their job. In those supermarkets, a lot of new and old employees work. So where would they go if we introduce self-service? Many individuals gain skills like talking and assisting people, so we can't take that away too. So where will hundreds of the underpaid employees work if we take away their jobs? They can't simply stuff shelves and earn money, can they? Now to my second point. With self-checkouts, the likelihood of them stealing is significantly higher. Nearly 1 in 5 Australians who shop at supermarkets steal by acting dishonestly at the self-serve checkouts, according to 9 News. Also mentioned in the Sydney Morning Herald, and as if that weren't already enough, 10% of consumers at the market openly lie about what they have scanned in order to get a better price, such as putting an avocado on the scale and calling it an onion. Also, 10% of market shoppers admit to not scanning products before leaving the supermarket. Therefore, consider how many individuals would start misusing it and beginning to steal stuff. Also, because as a a study done by University of Leicester also says they have found that self-checkout systems have increased the rate loss by 122%, and that the cost of theft was equal to 3.97% of the store's turnover. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, we the negative team believe that self-serve at supermarkets is a bad idea, not only because they take the main job of employees, but they also have a very high risk of stealing. Thank you.
I call upon the third affirmative speaker, Claire Lee.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that self-serve at supermarkets is a good idea. We, the affirmative team, strongly believe that this statement is true. The first negative speaker has tried to tell you that self-serve at supermarkets will cause job losses. Self-serve at supermarkets might stop the jobs of cashiers, but it can create new jobs. Employees who previously performed manual tasks like item scanning and payment processing can be reassigned to more customer-centric roles, such as assisting customers with self-checkout technology, offering guidance, and enhancing the shopping experience. The National Public Radio says that while there are concerns about automation replacing jobs, experts argue that the introduction of self-checkout and automation in supermarkets can create new roles, such as maintenance technicians and customer service staff to assist shoppers using these technologies. Furthermore, the topic states that self-serve at supermarkets is a good idea, meaning in no way does it mean cashier-operated checkout lanes are unavailable for those who really need it. It is simply stating that self-checkout systems are a good idea and benefit the community. The first negative speaker has also tried to tell you that self-serve at supermarkets will cause technological barriers. When designed with user-friendliness in mind, these systems become accessible to a wide range of customers. Incorporating features like voice guidance and customer support can be used to fix this problem. Furthermore, while some people may face initial challenges, the learning curve tends to shallow over time. Ultimately, self-serve at supermarkets, when designed thoughtfully and supported adequately, can minimize technological barriers, ensuring convenience and accessibility for a diverse range of shoppers. The first negative speaker has also tried to tell you that self-serve at supermarkets will cause loss of personal interaction. This is false because the argument against self-serve at supermarkets causing loss of personal interaction is based on the idea that these systems can't coexist with human interactions and replace them entirely. Self-serve at supermarkets can actually enhance rather than eliminate personal interactions. While customers can independently handle transactions, store employees often remain available to provide assistance, answer questions, and offer a human touch to the shopping experience. Additionally, the reduced time spent waiting in checkout lines can free up workers to engage more with customers, addressing their needs and providing a more personalized experience. The second negative speaker has tried to tell you that self-serve at supermarkets will stop employment opportunities for new workers. This is false because self-serve at supermarkets will create new roles and opportunities for workers. While they may reduce the need for traditional cashier positions, they typically require people to manage, maintain, and assist customers with self-checkout technology. This can lead to employment opportunities for individuals with technical and customer service skills. Moreover, as self-serve systems become more widespread, supermarkets may expand their operations, opening up positions in areas such as stocking, inventory management, and customer service. Therefore, rather than cutting employment opportunities, self-serve at supermarkets can offer positions for a range of skills and interests for new workers entering the workforce. They have also tried to tell you that self-serve at supermarkets will cause more shoplifting. This is false because self-serve at supermarkets is designed with security in mind. Many of these systems include measures like weight sensors and surveillance cameras to monitor and prevent theft. Additionally, employees are often present to provide oversight and address any suspicious activity.
The combination of these security features and human presence help deter shoplifting and contributes to a secure shopping environment. While no system is entirely foolproof, the safeguards in place minimize the risk of theft rather than encouragement. So, Madam Chairman, do you...
I call upon the third negative speaker, Vian Francisco.
Good afternoon, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that self-service supermarkets is a good idea. We, the negative team, firmly believe that this statement is false. The first affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that a self-checkout lets customers scan at their own pace, potentially relieving anxiety. This is incorrect. People who work as cashiers get trained on how to scan items efficiently. Customers do not. As stated by NCR, training cashiers on the proper scanning techniques is essential in maximizing checkout productivity. If customers scan their own items at their own pace compared to having a trained cashier do it, it would likely be a lot less efficient. Due to this, customers waiting to check out would have to wait a lot longer than they already do, potentially causing stress to these other customers, making a more stressful environment. The second affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that cashiers aren't losing their jobs, they're just being redeployed, and how self-checkouts are efficient. This is incorrect. As stated by the feedback received by seniordiscountclub.com, the supermarket staff members who are believed to be dispersed from the front into the other areas of the store are not really given other rules, but are actually getting reduced working hours. Fewer working hours means less income, which can potentially lead to financial strain. Plus, saying self-checkouts are efficient is illogical. According to Lolly Barr is a freelance journalist and has published an article on Yahoo News mentioning on how, quote-unquote, self-service checkouts are hell, especially for those being left behind. In her article, she mentioned several frustrations about the delays in using self-checkouts. These are the examples highlighted. 1. Haven't we all heard the irritating, monotone robotic voice saying, unexpected item in bagging area? 2. Please place your item in the bagging area after scanning 40 items in your cart. 3. Please wait for assistance, which is what you hear after weighing your fruit and veg. All of this does not give you a happier, more efficient, and better experience. So what do you mean by time-saving and faster checkout? The third affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that we have security in place, which would reduce theft. This is incorrect. Self-service checkouts also create unintended costs in form of theft, as stated by 9 News, Yahoo News, and Daily Mail. According to a recent survey conducted by Finder, 1 in 5 Australians steal from supermarkets by using dishonest behavior at self-checkouts. That is around 3.8 million people. In addition, a survey of 2,200 shoppers by research firm CanStar Blue have revealed that 7% admitted to stealing an item without scanning it, while 9% admitted to not paying the full price by scanning the item as a cheaper alternative. Our first speaker spoke to you about how self-checkouts cause many people to get unemployed. She's also said that self-serve checkouts come with technical difficulties such as receipts not printing, etc. Our second speaker spoke to you about how a large part of people won't get certain social skills that they need, and chances of stealing from self-checkouts are extremely high. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, having self-serve supermarkets is a terrible idea as it increases theft, unavoidable equipment malfunctions, takes away opportunities for thousands of people, as well as the fact that self-checkouts are dehumanizing our supermarkets. Thank you.